Hello, everybody, and welcome to our watch through of the B movie. Uh,
Yay!
no. Uh, I don't have any announcements, but if you're unaware, the Morkborg thing has been kind of postponed because the campaign's starting to heat up and get all spicy. We'll probably revisit that at some point, maybe like during between campaigns and stuff. Um, but as of right now, things are getting heated, and I don't want to take time off and kind of lose momentum. Uh, yeah. Kate, what do you got for the populace?
I got some cool stickers and designs that you can check out on redbubble.com/KR Theater. We got some funky maps that I drew up, or some
Funky.
silly goose, what is it? Certified silly goose badges that you can get for yourself if you're feeling a little silly. And a bunch of other D&D inspired designs. So go check it out.
Hell yeah. Alright. So, last we left off, um, Grin finished having his weird little vision with Queen Valestria, had like a handprint appear briefly on his shoulder that disappeared, but Garrett wasn't here, so I didn't want to delve too much into it. But everything was fine. Nothing happened. Believe Grin explained what they saw after the vision anyway, the previous session before last week's. You all left, realizing the timeline for the Grand Restoration was quickly approaching. You all left Tethramar after giving Ermine the task of distributing uh, Deverin's notes, as well as putting you all in the stasis should you return to Tethramar before the Grand Restoration. And you began to make your way towards the ley line in the distance. And while walking towards the ley line, Antyr brought out Indylus to keep sentry during the walk, just in case more of the Cathadium creepers were creeping about. After a few hours, you came to this ravine that was incredibly narrow and filled with an assortment of corpses that had fallen in and gotten stuck. So they didn't fall to their deaths, they fell about halfway down this ravine and couldn't get out because the ravine narrowed. So they got stuck. Uh, Antyr and Torger, with their okay passive perception, noticed they were being watched by something just above the ravine, concealed within a curtain of webs and nestled between two stalactites. The creature appeared quite large, with numerous eyes and a large central eye, and it seemed to be a beholder watching them from above, but unmoving, just lurking, looking down. Um, Everyone kind of moved around quietly, and while staring, the central eye seemed to shift a little bit, and yet the beholder didn't move, attack, or do anything. Uh, Antyr quietly crossed the ravine with their starlight step and noticed the beholder was long dead, stuck in spider webs, killed by some sort of giant spider, and was in the process of being eaten by a scavenger spider which was what was causing the central eye to like move around. So just a dead beholder. Uh, you push past the ravine, continued onwards, eventually stumbling across an abandoned fishing hamlet resting on the edge of a subterranean lake. The hamlet was covered in webs everywhere, and weird shrieking and chittering could be heard coming from the hamlet, and everyone decided, ha, nope, and continued onwards. While walking past, the ground seemed to crunch loudly, and looking down, you all saw the ground was coated in the exoskeletons of long, dried insects, and soon after, everybody began to feel itching inside of their clothes, armor, places on their body. Grin had this itching sensation between his wing joints, and everyone found large, plum-sized ticks feeding on them. The ticks were all removed, and you all eventually reached the ley line just as it seemed to release a sort of anti-magic pulse, which caused most of the party, except for Grin, because Grin's immune to the ley line's effects, caused everyone in the party to lose attunement to all of their magic items. This caused Vonkar to collapse to the ground in agony, as the metallic veins running across his body began to solidify and incapacitate him due to his curse and the amulet that uh, inhibits that curse was briefly unattuned from him. The party dragged Vonkar out of the range of the anti-magic pulse, spent an hour to reattune to at least one of their items, causing Vonkar to once again feel pain-free. Realizing the elixirs they were given would aid them against the anti-magic, Torger, Hopper, and Vonkar took the doses of the elixir, and everyone began to climb the ley line. Uh, was a bit of a struggle for some. Antyr kept slipping and needed help to climb by Grin, while the anti-magic pulses continued to go off and remove Antyr's connection with the weave continuously, but everybody else was relatively okay. After about half an hour of climbing, a deep dragon, perched on the side of the cavern wall, attacked. Able to smell the party as they made their ascent, it attacked, breathing noxious psychic spores, but the party persisted and continued to climb while fighting the dragon, so it was a completely vertical fight, everyone climbing while a dragon was like picking them off the ley line. Didn't really work out. I thought it was cool, but it was kind of meh. Vonkar increased in size while climbing, scooped up Antyr, so Antyr wasn't just stuck, and basically King Kong carried Antyr up the ley line. Antyr began tossing down enlarged torches with his new feet down towards the dragon and dealing significant damage with just torches. After a few more rounds of this combat, the dragon was killed by one of Vonkar's oversized thrown torches, which caused the dragon to plummet below. The rest of the climb up the ley line was uneventful. There was a lair that Torger looted. I posted the loot in the group chat last week to figure out what you would have taken. But you all climbed up the ley line and eventually arrived in a city of dark purple stone being patrolled by driders and spiders. As you all entered the city limits of Cocoon, some of Torger's tattoos began to glow, and the city began to chant of Torger's arrival as he made his way without issue towards the Colosseum in the distance, with the party following behind. Upon arriving at the Colosseum, the party were approached by a bipedal humanoid spider called Edor, who Torger knew was the Chamberlain for the Infinite Web. He thanked Torger for returning and brought them into a room to prepare for the coming fights, but the room was an illusory prison cell, and interred the party within. Torger appeared calm, knowing this song and dance before, which seemed to help the others just a tad. Torger kind of just sat down and got into like a zen state almost. And while you all had been imprisoned, you began to hear someone speaking to you from the adjacent cell opposite of you. And the person speaking looked towards Antyr and seemed surprised to see them, saying, "Oh fucking shit," or "No fucking shit." Antyr, of course, as being a piece of shit, didn't recognize them. The elf called out to the others in his cell, proclaiming that Antyr was the elf who drugged him a few days before Arthur Wordweave's scavenger hunt. The others stepped into view, and it turned out it was the party the Funky Casuals encountered in the Shadowstrike Tavern of the City of Embers, and in the tavern fight where Torger broke the halfling Brace's neck. And it seemed that Brace was resurrected, significant bruising all over his neck. Of course, nobody aware that the creep kind of caused his soul to be dragged to the abyss. So a bit strange that this individual be resurrected, but again, no one really knew that he was, that happened. So, staring at you all from the adjacent cell is the resurrected halfling Brace and the rest of his party. A pale woman in like a shadowy veil. There's a ghoul, like the undead ghoul with a long tongue, wearing like oversized just clothes. Looks kind of like a vagrant. There's the half-elf. He's wearing like a fur cloak, short brown hair. He's wearing a straitjacket under his cloak that's been cut and whatever. There's a red dragonborn in a furry black trench coat with a musket kind of slung over his shoulder. And then, yeah, there's Brace, the bald little halfling with a big ol' handlebar mustache with significant bruising on his neck where Torger snapped it a few weeks ago. And Brace kind of looks towards Torger. "Well, look who it is," and then looks at everybody else. "Do y'all need to pull more souls down to the abyss for your creepy friend?" And Brace is like rubbing his neck as he does so. And yeah, none of you are aware of souls being sucked into the abyss, so he's just like rubbing the bruise on his neck. And the others are just kind of looking at you through the bars. Oh yeah, and the cells are like crackling. The bars of the cell kind of crackle with like energy occasionally. Just.
Torger, didn't you put this guy into the forever sleep?
All I gotta say is just give me 1 minute. Gives everybody the huddle up sign.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, yes.
All right, I was going to talk kind of weird because around here they have a certain expectations of what they want me to do. Okay? So everybody just, like rolls with it, like when you introduce two groups of friends to each other.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay?
So
Also,
have you been
follows
lying
my
to
leads.
us?
No questions. Eyes not lying.
Okay, okay.
All right, listen up, you pansies. What you're gonna do is you're gonna step into the ring with the king, and then you're gonna get flattened on the mat. 1, 2, 3. That's what's gonna happen, Jack.
You do know we're not fighting each other, yeah?
Oh. Well, you lose anyway.
I was unaware that this was a Royal Rumble and not a Tag Team Supreme match.
Apparently they're waiting for somebody called 738. They were going to dispose of us when they arrived, so...
What do you mean dispose of you?
Oh, kill us.
Wait, what?
Yeah, some... These weirdos kidnapped us from the city above whenever the world got all fucked. And then,
Wait, so you're by choice?
No, fuck no. Dude, these people suck. They're torturers and shit. They tried to tattoo us for losing a match one day, and I snapped the tattooist's neck when they came down here. Fuck that shit.
Hmm.
That's Brace talking, and then the woman in pale white, or the veil that covers her face, she's just like making sure the ghoul's clothes are all nice, and the ghoul's just standing there drooling, just.
You know, the more you fight a tattoo, they remember. They'll give you more next time.
Oh well, we don't plan on sticking around too long. When the first bout starts, we have a little way to get out of here. Wait
until everybody in the world dies for a few minutes, and then you come back, and when in the shuffle, you scutter out. I done that one before.
Oh no, the the day you killed me, eyeballs. Where? Speaking of actually, where's your creepy friend?
He turned out to be. Well, we already knew he was a bad guy, but
Well, no shit.
yeah, yeah.
Wait, so
yeah.
you all didn't have a part in me getting sucked into the abyss?
No, that was of his own decision-making skills.
Huh?
Well, wait, could you?
What?
You into the abyss?
Yeah. So when eyeballs points to Torger, over there, snapped my neck. My soul was taken after some voice spoke into my head. I found myself in a palace somewhere in the abyss, ruled by someone called Grast.
We heard that before.
I was tortured for what felt like years, and then after some time, your creepy friend showed up. Like, he wasn't in his creepy fucking skin bandages anymore, but I could tell it was him because he was called the Creep. They called him the Creep, and his voice was the same voice I heard in my head. He showed up carrying this like blue crystal. This demon prince seemed real happy to have this crystal. Began communing with something inside of it. Seemed real happy to talk to whatever was in it, and then began torturing me with the magic contained within it. And a few days later, this pale elf, real handsome pale elf, showed up with these knights in black armor. Had some devils with him. The devils, knights, and pale elf slew a fair amount of demons protecting the crystal. The pale elf took it and left. And then a few hours later, this old woman appeared. She was like hooded and cloaked where they were keeping me, and mentioned how fate had other plans for me. Seemed to mess with these glowing green threads she conjured out of thin air, and I woke up in the city of embers with these guys trying to bring me back to life. So you had nothing to do with your creepy bandage friend torturing me?
No.
Cool.
So, guys, Grouse isn't, and Dust Reaper Eleanor aren't in cahoots. Like we thought. That's a good thing.
yeah, like this elf was like easily killing demons and shit, and then he had devils with him too. Uh, and then yeah, I woke up where I woke up in like a temple. Uh, and then these fuckers were trying to bring me back to life, and then we rescued Io from the asylum because looks towards Antyr, and then you know, and then the world got all fucky and we got stuck here. Well, kidnapped and then brought here, and then we've been made to fight for their entertainment, but they're not really stoked about us fighting. And yeah, some weird old lady brought me back to life for some reason.
I mean, good job sticking in there.
It's been weird.
You haven't lost any of your group.
No, it's still us. We're all still fine. We got Brace, of course, gestures to the elf. This is our leader, Io. Unfortunately, we had to pick up the slack when your elf friend there drugged him. And then we got
We are
Velma,
working on our friends' manners.
and then he gestures towards the pale woman. That's Velma. Her I don't know what to call him, but gestures to the ghoul. That's Shackley. He's just sticks around and helps us out. Points to the red dragonborn. That's Rodolphus. And yeah, that's our little group. 5 of us. Yeah, it's really strange. While he's talking and introducing themselves, Grin and Antyr, you guys can see little mint green colored threads tethering them together too, kind of similar to how the Fate Touched are tethered.
Hey, you guys didn't happen to take anything from that old lady, did you?
Oh yeah, so when that old lady brought me back to life from the abyss, she gave me this like device, and he pulls out this like black kind of like orb, like a tiny little orb. He's actually said this thing would help us out when we're in trouble. So we thought, well man, we could escape during the first fight and use this. Don't know what it does, but we could use this to help our escape. And then she said once it's active, stick near it and it'll get you someplace safe. Yeah. Don't know who the old lady was. She just showed up out of the blue one day. Don't know how she showed up in the abyss, but said fate had plans for me, and then kind of messed with these little invisible strings, and here I am.
Do you remember what she looked like? Like, could you describe her?
She had like yellow eyes and a hooded cloak. She was like concealing her. And when he says hooded cloak, yellow eyes, you can see the others in the party with them seem to have like momentary like memories are kicking on for them too. Same for all of you. Like weird like memories resurfacing. And they begin talking about like an old woman coming to them at some point, and they say it. The half elf who got drugged by Antyr, Io, says, "When I was a child, I was." Like he seems that he's confused that this memory is resurfacing, and he's recalling it in the moment. I was a child fishing with my parents on a lake in Benefrost. With some dragon spears, and the boat capsized. My parents drowned, and when I was about to perish, I could feel like death about to take me, and a hooded and cloaked old woman pulled me from the lake and resuscitated me. And then the veiled woman, I was incredibly sick and freezing to death in an alley in the same village. This elderly woman found me, scooped me up off the streets, and kept me warm and safe. The Dragonborn next. My family and I were beset by bandits while on the road. They murdered my parents and were about to kill me when the bandits screamed and disappeared without a trace, like they were there one moment and weren't the next. And then an elderly woman took me back home to keep me safe. And then, yeah, the half Brace says the story of when he got pulled out of the abyss, and then, oh yeah, when I was a child, I used to like to climb on the buildings of Benefrost and kind of leap around like a little squirrel, and I fell off one day and broke my legs. in an alleyway in Benefrost, the people there don't like to take care of the urchins. They kind of just ignore us. And an elderly woman happened upon me and mended my legs. And while this group begins to reminisce about run-ins with a hooded old woman and fate, memories begin to resurface within you all as well. Akin to forgotten memories, like a little thing is just switched on. Hopper. On the day you stumbled into the material plane during patrol, you discovered an injured elderly woman by the roadside, hooded and cloaked. She spoke of an assault by Yeth-hounds from a nearby forest that came through a strange portal. As you approached the portal, curiosity seized you and you, prompting you to reach out and touch it, like you wrote in your backstory. What eludes your memory is the part where the old woman guided you to the portal, expressing gratitude for your assistance before she pushed you gently through it. Vonkar speaks of, he recites this out loud, recalls the day his niece and himself set out for the tomb where he found the amulet that inhibits his curses. An elderly woman, hooded and cloaked, stopped by with information on the lost city of Tethramar that his niece had been seeking. She mentioned this location would be the key to finding, or would hold the key to finding this lost city. So away his niece went, bringing him along, and that very tomb is where he found the amulet that allowed for his renewed vigor and lust for adventure once more and brought him here. Grin. Yours is a little more fucked. A memory comes flooding back, the day you were born, and the day all of your siblings were killed in that tavern. You see Papa summoning all of you into existence as chaos ensues. However, something you never noticed was an elderly woman, hooded and cloaked, sitting in a nearby corner of the tavern and watching the scene with glee and determination. Anytime you came close to a lethal blow, you seemed to be slightly shunted out of harm's way. But only just. While your siblings seemed to be shunted into harm's way by an invisible force. This elderly woman seems to be waving her hands in the directions that you and your siblings are shunted around. Torger. The night you fled from the infinite web and were running through the city of Cocoon, a place you never really explored since you're always confined to the Colosseum, you became lost in the maze-like streets as the guards hunted you down, driders, drow, whatever. During your escape, you stumbled across a stall where a hooded old woman was selling strange trinkets. She pointed down a narrow, crumbling alleyway to the right, and as the guards approached, there was a flash of light and the stall exploded into a ball of purple flame, which seemed to cause a distraction that aided in your escape. And the alleyway she pointed out seemed to lead straight into the tunnels leading to the surface world. Antyr. The day you fell into the material plane is a complex display of visuals for you. It's a complex wave of color and flashes of images, including the ley lines, the everlasting arbor within Drakeward Desert, and the moon crashing into Del Nasra, and the voice of Gothel speaking into your mind, simply saying, "The first footsteps begin," before you're ripped out of the astral sea and thrown where you ended up in the material plane. And as all these memories hit you all at once, it hits all of these others all at once, just like psychic overload almost. As you all speak and recall memories of the same hooded and cloaked woman who's been messing with fate and people for a very, very, very long time. And not out of... It definitely doesn't feel out of anything sinister based on the paintings you found in Tethramar and what you've been discovering. You know, the paintings you all still have. I believe you guys took the paintings that have these ancient paintings of numerous fate touched throughout history. You know, the party from Beneath the Tide, the party from Embers of Autumn, the party now. Yeah.
Uh, what did you say? Yellow eyes?
Yeah, yellow eyes. Very, like,
Is it on the surface?
yeah,
Based on what he said
yeah.
as he was leading up to this, that made me think of Gothel.
It's yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make
the
sure
description,
that connection was
yeah.
pretty.
The description of
substantial.
everything, the documents you found in Deverin's tower said that Gothel she manipulated the threads of fate to get people here to certain moments. She creates the fate touched, as do other guardians of fate, but she is the one that's been like trying to get people to a certain location to ensure the grand restoration comes to pass with minimal casualties.
She's the Nick Fury.
She's basically the Nick Fury, and she's trying to assemble multiple. She's trying to assemble multiple teams of Avengers, and the descriptions that they're all saying out loud, the descriptions that you all are recalling, they all sound very much like anti-Gothel, but ensuring she wasn't seen when she was manipulating things. She took on like a disguise or a form to kind of do things. But yeah, when they all describe who they saw, it all very much clearly is like, oh, yeah, messing with fate, yellow eyes, old woman.
If I had any alcohol on me, I'd just give you all a drink, because I think we're all part of the same club.
Oh, that's fine. I got some. And Brace just pulls out like he has he opens up his his heavy fur vest that he wears. That's all he wears. Well, he wears pants, and he opens up his vest and he has just a holster full of bottles of rum, and he just hands everybody rum. Vonkar just goes, "Oh no, thank you." He just gives everybody a bottle of rum. Yeah, she gets weird.
Hopper pours it into his unicorn horn tanker and just downs it.
Okay.
I guess to the fate touched as we're becoming called.
Huh. Fate touched. Well, do you want to help us escape? You kind of, I'm going to say you kind of owe us because you're a creepy friend, but also points to Antyr. You did drug the fuck out of our leader and cause him to have a mental breakdown, so I think you owe us too.
Sure.
Antyr is due for some community service.
I'm certainly not. This is a favor for I learned the error of my ways.
Well, all I know is the first bout is supposed to be, what's the word I'm thinking of? Fixed. They're saying they're supposed to be bringing up intellect devourers for the first fight.
Oh boy.
But that's a lie. They're bringing up something else because they want to add 738 to the web mind. So I think you're bait, my friend. Looks towards Torger.
Look, once we help you escape, because sure, we will gladly get you the hell out of here while we have things to handle down here on this front. How do I put this? You need, if anything, we would need some assistance from you.
Yeah, we'll say favor for a favor then.
It's not even a favor for a favor.
The rest of the party don't seem thrilled with that idea, specifically the veiled woman. She's just like, oh, yes, of course. We keep stacking up favors that we can't, repay. And the ghoul just goes, hi.
This is more like the reason why you were brought back. There's a specific reason for this, or there are multiple reasons of why you were. There's a reason why you were bound together.
Oh, great.
That
is strange. We all did grow up. We all were urchins in the same kind of town, except for Shackley here. He wasn't an orphan. He was just kind of a corpse we raised to laugh, and he kind of just stuck around somehow.
We have a direction we have to go.
And every time they say Shackley, he just goes, hi. He just says hi. Hi.
Yeah.
He sounds like your versions of Frosty's the Snowman.
The veiled woman, Velma, says, "Oh, yes, he's sort of... Well, I summoned him as a corpse for, like, a test one time, and he kind of just stuck around and never went away. He was murdered, and on my whole... he was murdered by somebody, and my task was to resurrect the corpse of somebody murdered, and I rose him as a corpse, and then he just sort of stuck around and helps us out. He has abilities of his own. He's quite useful for a corpse." Blech, hi. He can only say hi as well, unfortunately, but we're trying to teach him other words. He's devoted to me. And you can see Shackley has like a brush, and he's like brushing her hair.
Hey, Shackley.
Hi.
Perp.
Hi.
Perp.
Hi.
Poop.
Intelligence check. Hi.
Okay.
So you got to when dealing with stocks, you got to buy low and sell.
Hi.
It's natural.
Wow.
Well, yeah, Gothel, you wouldn't know her name. When the old woman brought me back, she gave me this and said, "When the time is right, use it. When things are most dire, use it, and it'll take you to safety." I think for dire would be to escape, because I don't want to fucking stay here. Apparently the world's supposed to be all fucking weird in a few days too, so they keep talking about it too. So
Why haven't you used it already?
Don't know what it does. I've asked to identify it, but Brace doesn't want to let me touch it. He says it's his. Well, no, it's just,
That's got it's cursed.
So, here we are. But yeah, we're planning on escaping during the first bout, which is in like 10 minutes, so.
You do the first bout? 10 minutes?
Yeah, they kind of just run you through the fucking mill here. They don't really give you time to rest. It sucks. Luckily, we're all good at fighting. And I guess you are all as well, probably, even though you all like to interfere in fair tournament fats, or fair, little fats. Looks towards Hopper. You did all your little fancy drawings on the arena. And then Velma looks towards Antyr and says, "Yes, of course, and for some reason, Brace got hit by a magic missile spell. I think if you want to you should if you want to use meta magic better, I suggest, training in the art of subtlety a little more. No one else had a cause to mess with the fight."
Me neither. It was a fair fight.
If you get distracted so easily, I suggest you should focus on your... focus.
Yeah, look, let's not argue. We do have a favor, a very simple one. Once you find your way to safety, wherever it may be, if you could,
yeah,
we would greatly appreciate if you can find and set up a small, like, base camp or scouting camp or something like that, close to the arbor something.
The everlasting arbor.
Yeah, the everlasting arbor within the
when you say
arid waste peaks.
When you say Drakeward Desert.
Drakeward Desert.
When you say everlasting arbor, the 5 of them seem, except for the ghoul, the 4 of them seem to kind of have like a moment of realization. Oh, yeah, that place. Yeah.
Yes, we need to converge there.
Keep hearing about it.
And you know where it is in all of the scales?
Oh, yeah. Well, no.
Look, here's our map.
The world's kind of but the world's kind of broken up right now, right?
Oh, that's true.
But hey, I'm sure we can find a way to get there.
When was the last time that we were on?
Like a few days ago. It's only been like...
Yeah, but we were at Auntie Gothel's place, right?
Yeah. That's when everything kind of shunned. That's why the map still says Auntie Gothel's, because that's the last place you were when everything kind of got all fucky. Or no, you were in Port Crake when everything got fucky. Yeah. Well, yeah, you help us out. We'll help you out, I guess. And as you're having this conversation, Torger, the sound of familiar bells begin to ring.
Torger is in his rations pack and pulls out some like pan grease, be it like bacon or their animal fat.
Yeah.
Others it on the side of the partially grown out hair that he has. He takes one of the glovels and starts shaving the side of his head.
Perfect.
Shaving that down. And then he goes behind a rafter and you guys don't know what he's grabbing for. It's just like a bunch of dirt that he smears over the cover of his eyes, so it's all just like
perfect.
Black paint.
You can see the others in the other cell they look beat. They also look. The others look bruised and beat up, like they all. Because when you guys got here, you saw a party fighting in the pit, and they got sent away. You can easily assume it was these guys. So they look already beat to shit, and bruised, and they all they stand up. Oh, here we go again.
Goes to him, looks at him, and goes, "No, your time is done. They wants me."
And as you say that, both cells containing your group and their group begin to ascend up through stone shafts. So they're going as well, up. Oh, fuck's sakes, you hear Brace say as their group disappears through a shaft. Your guys' cell begins to lift up into a shaft. Gradually ascending, the cells resonate with the distant sounds of applause and cheering. Emerging into the Colosseum's arena, your eyes are drawn to a drow figure standing atop a floating platform of purple energy, very, very high above. With piercing yellow eyes, shoulder-length white hair that's been slicked back. He's got a goatee. He exudes an air of elegance in his flowing black attire, holding a wand to his throat. Friends of Cocoon! Tonight's spectacle promises to enthrall. Making a triumphant return is none other than the one with wild eyes, alias 738. And the crowd erupts into enthusiastic applause at the mention of Torger's name. Accompanied by his companions, I foresee a challenging encounter for the Wraiths of Ice Hollow. And as he mentions the Wraiths of Ice Hollow, the other party emerges up into the arena, giving you their party name, the Wraiths of Ice Hollow. And when they ascend, it's marked by boos and the throwing of debris at their cell. So boo, and then just people throwing trash at them. The announcer continues. Courtesy of our ever-living, our dominant queen, the Webmind, I present to you our opening bout. Mind Flayer saved from the grasp of death and made undead, Alhoon. And the arena undergoes a transformation, as you all saw the day before, or earlier today, resembling a fragment of a Mind Flayer hive, dark, rocky, with brine pools scattered about. Your cages and the other's cage unlocks and opens, prompting you all to get. You can see the party, they're stepping out into the arena and getting ready, taking up positions in the arena in places. You all can scatter about and find places to hide or prepare, and then no checks required or anything for this. This is just prepared.
Question.
Yeah.
Is there any cover whatsoever?
Yeah, there's a bunch of rocks that are growing out of the ground. You guys, your cell comes up out of a rock, so you can scurry down. There's places to hide. Lots of rocks, lots of little tiny tunnels. There's brine pools occasionally, and in the brine pools you can see illithid tadpoles swimming around, which make new Mind Flayers, and they're just kind of swimming there.
Antyr is going to be really dramatic because Torger was a bit dramatic, and it's going to shift the cape so it's no longer just a shoulder cape. It falls down the back, and it has that winged pattern where it kind of drapes to two long ends, and as they do, they bring their hand across the staff, and it ignites into the scythe.
Yep, you guys have 6 seconds to do action, bonus action, anything you want to do to prepare. Yeah.
Bonus action. Yeah.
You see Io, the leader of their party, who hasn't really done much. He draws a longbow, knocks an arrow. The ghoul just stands there. The Velma, the woman, she pulls out this like skull. It's got like a chain around it, and she loops it around her neck, and it seems to pulse like an arcane focus. The Dragonborn does like a flourish with his musket and loads it, and then Brace just like rubs his fists together with powder, just cracks his neck.
Question.
Yeah.
When we had the that wine that gave us the effects of a long rest,
Yeah.
would that have reset my Eldritch Cannon?
Yeah. Anything that gets
Okay.
reset on a long rest would have been reset. So if you hit anything recharged by a long rest would have been recharged. Anything that comes
Okay,
back at a new dawn, not yet.
Okay. Then I'm going to resummon my Protector Cannon.
Sure.
And then bonus action, give us all temporary hit points before we all split up.
Okay.
That is 5 + 4, 9 temporary hit points.
Everybody
for
gets
everyone.
everybody gets what, 9 you said?
Very
9.
nice.
Yeah, everybody gets 9 temp HP.
How is the enemy configured where they're at?
Oh, the enemies haven't came up yet.
But there is a place where you can.
Yeah,
see kind
like
of-
there's a large cluster of like rocks in the middle, and from your experience, that's usually where the enemy's cell usually rises up. For you never really fought monsters in here. You only fought people. Like,
Right.
so monsters is new. You get a sense when they said yesterday that with the world being all weird now, they have a wider range of things to collect and fight with. But yeah, in your experience, it's usually the center where they come up.
So I'm gonna address the audience for as quick as possible.
Sure.
And just look out there.
Yeah.
Have a mic comes out of nowhere. Listen, it's been a while since you had the 738 in the house, and I got a couple of new surprises, but I'm gonna do what I always did, and I'm gonna stomp a mud hole in their ass and walk it dry. Boom! And then, like, with a middle finger, cast darkness right on the spot where they're gonna come out.
Fuck yeah. Roll a d20.
Cool.
Roll a d20. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, anyone who's like also casting spells right now, yeah.
Yeah, Grin is also going as once Grin sees the darkness go off. Grin is also going to cast darkness on himself.
Sure. So you also roll a d20.
So that is a 7. So that is rolling a d100.
Yeah, d100, please.
Got you. Rolling it now.
5.
I'm gonna roll mine
Okay.
as well because I'm casting mage armor.
Okay. Holy fuck.
Okay,
Here we go.
so
I'm good.
that is a 3 on the d100.
Oh boy.
This isn't gonna help. Oh, actually, Torger, as you do this, your eyes feel like they get bigger and more aware.
Get even bigger.
For the next
Boom.
minute, you can see any invisible creature if you have line of sight into it or to it. So, I know your blind fighting that you just took is a 10-foot blind sense essentially. Now you have line of sight for as long as you can see, far as you can see. You can see invisible creatures and things. That's for the next minute, which should last for the combat. That's about to
Yeah.
start. Grin, you got a roll d100. What'd you get?
71.
You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Oh.
Oh damn.
So you
Oh, fuck
you
yeah.
Grin's
you
gotta
cast
be
darkness
arcane.
on yourself, and your skin turns to like iron, just not actual metal, but like it feels like it gets like extra thick and dense.
He's like, Vonkar, check this out. Oh, you can't see.
Yeah, you're resistant to all damage for the next minute. For this combat, you're going to be
Cool.
resistant to everything. Antyr, what'd you get for your D12?
12.
Oh, piss.
I know.
All right, Vonkar is.
This is why we hate you, Antyr.
Yeah,
You're no
Antyr,
fun.
Honestly.
Antyr sucks.
Honestly.
God, what a fucking loser.
I'm just keeping y'all alive.
Okay, cool.
No worries.
Vonkar will do
I didn't
giant.
even want you
Vonkar
to.
will just do giant smite to get big. You know,
Okay.
that's what he does. All right,
He does.
a cage.
Antyr, as the darkness is up, Antyr's going to look to Grin. You need to let us know when things show up. Please.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you know.
All right.
So yeah, there's darkness on Grin, and there's darkness where the cage is gonna rise for the enemy. A cage.
And one eye just goes wonky and looks at.
Yeah.
Antyr's
So-
like, I got you, brother.
A cage rises up into the middle of the arena, but nobody can see it.
Except Grin. Grin will narrate.
Yeah.
to them, so whatever you
Torger.
see.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
both of you
So
see
whatever Justin's saying, Grin is seeing.
Grin and
You're
Torger
saying.
and Torger. Because it's Torger's darkness that he cast there.
Oh, right.
As it rises up, it is strangely empty. Nothing in it. It's an empty cage. The
Looks empty.
announcer is like, I can't see what's going on down there. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. I mean, I'm not gonna be a dick and say, okay, that's all the stuff you guys prepped. But you can see something on Brace's person launches off of his waist and floats up beside the announcer. The little black orb. The announcer's looking at it. The fuck is that? And he, what are you doing?
What's my darkness on? Because we know that that's something important.
Yeah, you can see
He
everybody
wants to
everybody
fly
everybody can
up
see
to
this
it.
happening. Yeah. So as you fly up to it, you can see it's like up. You get about like, I'd say like 30 feet up before you hit like an invisible barrier. But the orb goes right through it and is floating right beside the announcer, and he's looking at it confused. And he reaches up to touch it before it hits him with a pale blue spark, just like a little like a static shock. He goes, "Oh!" Before it ignites him with cerulean blue flames. He's just screaming, falls off his platform into the arena below. Another pulse of cerulean blue flame comes out of the sphere, reducing only a select few in the audience. Some driders that begin vaulting into the arena because this shit looks like things being sabotaged. Driders begin leaping into the arena, they're vaporized. Members of the Infinite Web begin leaping into the arena, they're vaporized. Some of the audience aren't, though. A lot of them are. The pulses begin to get quicker and quicker as the device begins to hum louder and louder and emit blue sparks and motes of flame that begin to grow and grow. Torger, this connection you have with this place, the tattoos that are still currently glowing that they gave you, you feel something coming. The true thing you're supposed to be fighting in this trap. Something large bursts from the ground in the center of the arena, larger than the radius of darkness, but you can see bits of it sticking out of the radius of the darkness. A massive humanoid head with 8 grotesque spider-like legs growing from its body, each leg set with a horrific blinking eye, and the forms of many humanoid bodies growing from its center mass. A cacophony of voices and psychic torment linger around this entity and in the air. Torger, you recognize the creature as it resembles the visage of the entity known as Manascoter throughout the tunnels around Duergar that people carve to grant them safe passage. The same entity you all have learned was used to lure lost and innocent people into this very city to be sold into the fighting pits for entertainment. And it charges out of the darkness. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Holy shit.
That's a fucking cool ass name.
Manascoter.
Man on scooter.
Also known as
Man on scooter.
Man spider in Norwegian.
I thought it was Magic Spider or something from
No.
Mana Scooter.
I thought it was just Magic Scooter. Holy shit, that thing's huge.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do we need?
You can
owlbear?
put your tokens wherever you want. Yeah, you do need owlbear, yeah. But yeah, put your tokens wherever you'd like in this little arena.
Is it possible for me to have climbed up?
Yeah, you guys,
onto
you
one
guys,
of these rocks?
you guys had time to put yourselves anywhere you want.
Okay, I want to actually go up on that rock.
Io's perched over
So,
there. Velma's hiding.
When I
over
play
here.
Helldivers, I have this thing
Yeah.
called a safety rock in the kill bots and kill bugs missions. This
Yeah.
is my safety rock.
Okay. Vonkar got big though as preparation. That may have been me kind of metagaming slightly, but he always gets big when he fights, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's gonna be standing he probably would have posted up pretty close to the thing, in preparation. But there is darkness radiating around this thing though, which I have somewhere.
It's a 15-foot radius sphere, so it should be 6 across, centered on a point.
He's beautiful.
6 across. Let's make this easy.
Right, like 6 total.
2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's too big.
Yeah, it should be 15-foot radius. Right, that's what it says. 15-foot radius sphere for the duration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever feels not terrible for this fight. Honestly.
Yeah. And then can I put that on top? I can't. That's fun. Well,
if you change the layer of it, you can.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh fuck! I'm in Grin's darkness.
There we go. So it's kind of just like that.
It's taking up the entire sphere.
Almost. Parts of it are sticking out, so parts of it can be seen.
Yeah, we can see. You can see its face coming in and out.
Yeah, you can see like the eyes like sticking up above the darkness. You can see some of the limbs sticking out.
Yeah.
It looks like it's glitching through a wall.
It's
in a
clipping.
video game.
It's clipping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me put on the music for this fight. Rom the vacuous spider, and then
Nice.
I know. Thank you. And then let's roll initiative, everybody.
Yeah. I tried playing the Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance as you were.
Oh, no, that's.
Ooh, that's a
John
bad
Cena.
initiative roll from me.
Ding 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 ding.
Like I said, all I know is John Cena.
John Cena.
Ooh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. Initiative. Why?
Wow. How do you always?
So Grin.
What'd you get for initiative,
flew
by the way?
Straight up.
Yeah.
I rolled a 14 for initiative.
Perfect.
Grin did. Yeah. Wherever that guy was standing, the announcer, Grin essentially flew up to be kind of underneath them as that whole thing exploded.
Yeah. So like when he touched the sphere, it let out a spark. He was momentary like ow before he just engulfed in blue flames and fell off the platform. And now there's like blue flames like pulsing out of this thing and like just hitting different parts of the audience and vaporizing only specific people. It's not like going after like people that are just fleeing. It's going after, it looks like it's going after Driders, and it's going after like armored drow who are trying to like get into the arena, but they're being vaporized as soon as they kind of like clamber over the edges by these like cerulean colored flames. Antyr, this thing bursts out of the ground and you are up first.
Why?
It likes you.
You hear the others of the other party go, "What the fuck is that? That's not a mind flare."
Okay. Antyr is going to reach into their pouch and rear back and toss this sapphire.
Oh yeah, I don't have a token for that, but yep. I forgot to get a token for that.
As they summon, as they cast Conjure Elemental.
Yeah. Remember, if you lose concentration on that spell, the elemental does turn against you and everybody else.
That's okay.
What kind of elemental is it again? I forgot what I gave you.
It's the blue, so that's
water elemental.
Let me.
That'd make the most sense.
Sorry, yeah. What does it fucking say?
Elemental gem sapphire.
Yeah, I have the blue sapphire on here, but
it just explodes. Oh, you know what would really suck about that thing? Is if the anti-magic disenchanted it.
Stop it, Justin.
Air elemental. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look up elemental gem, it'll tell you what it is. You have to look up
I have it on my character sheet.
Yeah,
I just don't know why it's not.
Yeah, blue sapphire. Brick gem, an air elemental is summoned. Okay. An air elemental will enter the fray then. Has a 15 AC, 90 hit points.
And that thing, just to verify, that thing goes on its own initiative.
Yep. Which I'll roll just for the sake of. Okay. I have it right here. 3 + 5, so 8.
Beautiful.
There's now an air elemental that just. What do you want? I'm gonna use Arthur Wordweave's token for it.
Beautiful. It's in the shape of Arthur Wordweave.
Perfect.
Antyr doesn't want it anywhere near him, so Antyr is gonna throw it like in this direction, right here, but up in the air. So it's like 15 feet up, or like about even with Grin.
All right. Air elemental, 15 feet up. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's a large. Okay. It's my action.
Oh, what is going? Yeah, let me see. There we go. Air elemental.
Looks exactly like our old friend Arthur.
Yeah, it's an air elemental. It looks like Arthur Woodweave.
Antyr is going to.
I'll have you control the air elemental though, just for simplicity's sake, because I'm already controlling like 400.
No worries. Yeah, I'm playing on that anyway. Just let me know when his initiative is. And Antyr is going to.
And also, is this? Yeah, if you lose concentration on this spell, I believe it just becomes hostile to everything.
Yeah, it just becomes a fight or flight moment for an hour.
Does it save every round, or I think there's?
No,
I can't remember. Okay, cool.
No, as long as I hold concentration, it becomes hostile toward you and your companions.
Perfect. Do you know what stinks though? Because you're technically casting a spell.
Yeah, no, of course.
D20.
I figured that as well too.
The weave is unraveling.
The weave is fickle. The weave is fickle for a 5.
D100.
Sorry, y'all.
Don't worry.
Alright, Antyr, you're cool again.
Hopefully we'll be nearing
100.
Oh no. That's the bad one.
No.
That's the bad one.
You regain all expended sorcery points.
Yay!
But because
it
would be you expend all expended spell slots, but you guys just had a long rest, so nothing really happens. Just all right, yeah, you do that. You summon the air elemental.
I've never seen 100 rolled on the wild magic table.
Yeah, me neither.
Right.
Antyr's gonna stay put.
Perfect.
They have nowhere to go.
That's gonna bring us to Torger. And Caleb's stepped away for a minute. Okay. We'll double back to his turn when he gets back. Oh, Torger, it's your turn. Perfect.
Sorry, I needed an ottoman for my feet.
Perfect.
Need to sneeze.
It's your turn.
So bougie.
Great.
You can see the big old Spider-Man.
Radioactive spider blood.
Yeah.
So then with its body all inside there, what I'm going to do is, where are you at, mouse? I'm going to move inside, deeper into the darkness. Deeper and deeper.
Deeper.
And I'm gonna start working the joints.
Okay.
Working the joints where they connect, just like start pounding.
Yeah, go for it.
And I have no.
As you rush into the darkness, it seems to be able to track where you're moving, and you can see that its eyes are completely milky white and blind, so it too has a blind sense. So it means magical darkness doesn't affect it.
Does its blind sense work on vibration?
You don't know.
Well,
I know. You don't know.
I mean, then I would fly through.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to fly through, and I'm just going to start.
Also, it still seems to be able to sense you. Tremor sense is what detects movement on the ground. Blind sense is just anything within the radius of their blind sight.
Okay, great. Well, then, here's the first one. How does a 17 do?
17 hits. You just punch it in one of the weird, like, joints, and as you hit it, one of the bodies that's kind of, like, sticking out of it, one of these, like, humanoid bodies just groans out in pain. You all can hear the groan of pain inside the darkness. Just.
That is a 10 damage, and I need it to go ahead and make a
Con save?
Yeah, I need a... yeah, con save,
Perfect.
please.
That'll be a 15.
Meets it, beats it?
Yep.
Because it's 15.
Cool.
Okay.
So you punch it.
Alright, and then I'm gonna take my next punch. That is a flirty 20.
Yeah, that hits. You're just... And yes, Lex, the battle music is supposed to scare you. It's Bloodborne music. It should scare you.
Alright, take another... That's another 10 damage and another stunning strike.
Perfect. I just spit everywhere.
So that's a rocking it one way.
Oh man, the same result. 15. It's just fucking skirting by on these.
I think that's all I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna wait.
Okay. Grin, as you're like flying about in the darkness as well, you get like you can see like little twitches of it, like it senses where you are too.
I'm gonna use the last of my movement to fly out of the darkness.
Okay.
A little bit, or like just above the veil, so that the audience can see me. I can just be just my waist.
Perfect.
Yeah, just my waist. So I'm still within the range.
Yep.
I'm not getting out of its range. But
Sure.
just like stand up there and be like,
Yeah, they're cheering, but also like confused. They're not.
"Can I get a heck yeah?"
It's a lot of screaming and cheering as people are fleeing from the firestorm that's raging through the stands. But it's still cheering. It sounds like cheering. But the organization that had tormented you for so long looks like it's being roasted. It's going to bring us to Velma, the little School of Necromancy wizard over there. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can see a little bit of it, though, so that's good. She's going to just cast a fucking 4th level Scorching Ray at it. Just... So first, she'll cast that, and then we'll roll d20. 11! Scorching Ray. Alright, I have to roll a hit with that. First Scorching Ray is a 20 to hit. Oh shit. So it's going to be how many rays? 5 rays. Okay, so the first one hits. Second one hits. Third one just hit. Fourth one hits. Fifth one hits. So all 5 Scorching Rays just... God, that's a lot of fucking rolls. Okay, first Scorching Ray is 8 damage. Second one, 12. Let's go fucking pull out a calculator. 12. Third one, 7. Fourth one, 4. Ugh. And then fifth one, 10. So for an additional, on top of what she did before, the first one, 33 fire damage.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then she's just gonna... Oh god, I don't know. That's it. She's gonna stay put, because she's, you know, doing what she does. That'll bring us to the leader of their party, the elf, and he is aiming a bow at it. He'll do bonus action Hunter's Mark. Roll a d20. 5! So as he casts Hunter's Mark, you see an arcane surge kind of flare up around him. And he's like, oh fuck! Forgot that happened. For a 3. What is a 3? Same as Torger, he can see any invisible creature if he has line of sight of it. And he's just gonna I didn't give him sharpshooter. I'm stupid. Anyways, he's gonna shoot his longbow. 17 to hit. Same modifier as the short sword I just rolled. It's gonna be 10 piercing plus I think the D6 from Hunter's Mark, which is 3, so 13 piercing damage from his bow. Fire a second one for a 20 for 9 plus 5, 14. Perfect. 2 arrows, and then he's gonna clamber down and kind of scurry over there to hide. Jesus. Dragonborn just loads the musket and is going to pull a Grin. Bonus action, steady aim. Sharpshooter. He's going to pull a Druk, actually. Steady aim, sharpshooter. Which, steady aim is advantage, and then sharpshooter is -5, yeah?
Okay. You're muted, Garrett.
Yes, sharpshooter is -5. Steady aim is advantage.
20 -5, 15 just hits.
Ooh.
So 9 plus 4, 13, 23 damage with sharpshooter. Just
Ooh.
Fuck yeah. You know, when I built this encounter, I thought it would go a little worse. But the thing rolled as at the bottom of the initiative order. So, you know,
Love that.
So
it's not going well.
we're just taking pot shots before the real party gets started.
He shoots it, looks confused. Yeah, bonus action can't do anything. Grin.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action. I'm going to bonus action Hexblade's Curse.
Yep.
So I need to remember that I gain +3 bonus to damage rolls, and it's a critical if it's a 19 or 20.
Perfect.
So bonus action Hexblade's Curse, and then I'm going to go in and do 2 longsword attacks.
Go for it.
Ooh, yeah.
Using 2 hands.
Yep, go for it.
All right, first one.
Yeah, as you
and I'm
fly into
super-
as you fly into the darkness, you can see that it senses you coming in with its blind sight.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a 2.
Oh,
For the first one. The
Is
second
Grin
one-
visible? Are you inside? Sorry, are you inside the? Oh, never mind. You have darkness on you. Just kidding.
Yeah.
JK.
And I can see in darkness. 22 to hit.
yeah, and you're resistant to all damage right now. But yeah, 22 hits.
I'm resistant to all damage. So I'm moving in, getting right up in his face, like pretty much just right up in his
Yeah.
face. And then doing an attack.
Sure.
The 2-handed attack damage roll.
Cool.
That is a total of 10 damage.
Perfect. Also, Hopper, this thing is too big for you to decapitate
Okay.
because its body is ahead.
Okay.
Just saying that out loud.
That's
Yeah.
fair, yeah.
The announcer is like still on the ground of the arena screaming as he's burning. But he's a piece of shit, so he sucks. Yeah, anything else, Grin?
No, that's everything. Movement,
Perfect.
bonus action.
Brace.
Oh, I
Oh.
need to. That's actually a total of 13 damage. I
Oh,
forgot
perfect.
to add. I just said it out loud. So,
Yeah, perfect.
3 extra damage from the Hexblade's
I
Curse.
hate this. It's already looking pretty hurt. So that's what happens when I
Damn.
think that this thing would be more of a challenge.
You
Yeah,
can always add hit points
I know
behind
I
the
can.
scenes.
I know I can. Brace is gonna bonus action rage and just run.
Oh yeah.
Leap off of this rock and sail into the and just start like punching this thing from this little vantage point here. Yeah, he's a barbarian with Crusher, so let's go. Rage. Yeah. Cool. Let's go. 24 to hit for 5 bludgeoning damage because he just punches. He doesn't use weapons, as you recall.
Yeah.
Well, he had his dagger. You guys stole, and then 22 to hit for 5 bludgeoning damage. So he's like punching the legs. Oh, actually, he has Crusher.
Move him.
Yeah. Oh, no more than one size larger than you. He can't. Which also means Torger couldn't have moved the dragon last fight either. Oh well.
Air combat.
Air combat. Just different. Alright, that's Brace. He's just punching at the legs, trying to break them off like crab legs. Hopper.
Okay, so I can barely see this dude.
Yeah, you can see his legs are sticking out.
Okie dokie. I would like to do a 2nd level witch bolt
Roll a d20.
On his face.
Roll a d20.
I'm gonna do it in game.
I didn't say it, but I dropped my darkness so that other people could see.
Oh, okay.
Better,
6.
in case it moves around and stuff.
6. Roll a d100.
Okay, 16 to hit, by the way.
Yep.
Awesome. 54.
54.
Definitely. How we do it? A solitary match.
What's that?
It's the solitary.
Someone's watching
Hey,
a video.
Caleb.
Alright, Hopper, you feel like you're immune to being intoxicated for some time.
Sick.
How could you hear that but not the stone cold entrance music?
I don't know. I think it's like playing through like someone's audio setup. All right, Hopper,
right.
damage with your spell.
That is 13 lightning damage.
Perfect. Just
Da, da, da. Okay, that is all. Hey, what can I do for my bonus action? Everyone's already got temp HP.
Yep.
Can't do a split 2nd level spell.
This thing is so fucked up.
Yeah, I think I'll just hang out here.
All right, air elemental.
End my turn there.
Hello. All right. Jeez. Let's just fucking pummel it.
Do it.
It's gonna just bashing it.
Yep.
So they get a +8 to hit.
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 or a. What is that? 15?
15 just hits. Man, so
Okay.
many 15s on hitting this
Just
fucking
like-
deadhead.
It's 2d8 + 5. That is 15 for the first.
Yep.
And for the second hit, it's a natural 20.
Okay.
Which is
This sucks, man.
Antyr.
Oh, this big experiment meant to take out Torger. Okay.
That's 26.
Oh, to be fair, they would be building it to fight the Torger they knew, not this like more experienced Torger. So it makes sense.
The whole posse.
How much damage?
It's 26.
Oh my
bludgeoning
god.
damage.
Okay. This thing's looking like shit and hasn't had a turn yet. Okay.
And it's gonna swivel around 5, 10. Yeah, it's just gonna fly and place itself in front of Antyr.
Great. Shackley's up. He's gonna lift a withered hand. Hi. And cast Guiding Bolt. At 4th level because he'd be a cleric.
Whoa!
Schmighty Schmoll.
And based on his attention and care for Velma, looks like Velma might be his patron in a way.
Cool.
Yeah, Guiding Bolt 4th level. I'm sure this will end the fight if it hits. Alright, so that's a d20 to roll. 13, no surge. Great. 4th level Guiding Bolt, that's 8 to hit, plus 8 to hit. 16.
Please keep that on.
7d6 radiant damage. 30.
Dead? You've had a full round of 10 people plus a fucking air elemental wailing. Amazing.
I'm so upset. This ghoul just goes bleh, hits it in the head, and Torger and Grin, you guys are up close, just wailing at it. So it's Brace, and you just see it kind of just go slump over. And then it begins to twitch violently, because fuck that noise.
Judson said mythic creature, bitch.
Secondary form.
And it stands back up, newly restored. Because, you know, not fully. But even though it'd be kind of funny. Yeah. No, so I don't want the fucking undead cleric to get the kill. Alrighty. So, that happens. It kind of staggers up after being killed. Some of the bodies that are growing out of it kind of like liquefy and fall out and hit the floor with like a splat. Okay. Action bonus. Okay, bonus action for Shackley. Anybody dying?
No.
Anyone out there dying yet? His bonus action, he casts Spare the Dying on the giant spider thing. No. Cool.
Yeah, it would be all out war at that point.
Vonkar, who's big? Okay.
Boom, boom.
Jesus Christ.
Has advantage because of Guiding Bolt.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. 20 to hit. This is stupid.
Beautiful.
9 bludgeoning damage. Second attack. No longer with advantage. Thank God. 23 to hit. 12 damage. Yeah, Torger, you think they built this thing to you think they brought this thing to fight you based on old Torger, not newly experienced badass Torger with a bunch of friends. They underestimated you, Torger. That's Vonkar's second attack. This thing's looking like shit again. However, it's its turn now. Finally. From its tear ducts, you see 2 webs shoot out. One towards Grin, one towards... Oh, fuck that. Who fucking hurt it the most? Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Shackley. What's the range on this, actually? Never mind. Yeah, Grin and fucking Torger. The 2 ones flying around its head. These 2 webs kind of go flying out at you from its tear ducts. Grin, that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Jeez.
Alright. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's fine. And then you're grappled as the web hits you, and it kind of just goes... wraps around you like a snare. The one
Do I
towards...
drop?
No. You're just grappled and held in the air by this web.
Oh, okay.
Torger. 21 to hit. Fuck, that misses, doesn't it?
No. That is my AC is 21.
Oh, so...
Then it misses, right?
No, it beats it. So, you're also grappled by this tear duct web. The web feels tactile and able to be destroyed. It does that, and then it reels Grin and Torger 60 feet closer to it, but you're right above it, so just 60 feet right towards its mouth, the 2 of you, and makes 2 bite attacks. One against Torger, one against Grin. Grin, if you get hit, all this is halved. Fucking bullshit.
Nice.
26 to hit Grin.
That hits.
Okay. Cool.
So.
Wiggle.
23 piercing reduced to half. So you take 11 piercing damage.
Huh?
And then 9 acid reduced to 4.
Alright.
Then the bite against Torger. Fucking 13 to hit.
That's right, you tried, but you couldn't bite me, son.
So it's trying to chew on, it's trying to like get you in its mouth while you're like strangled, not strangled, but like grappled by this web. Breaking out of the web.
I bounce. I imagine it make my body bounce just out of its thing.
Perfect. Yeah, action to escape, or you can attack the web holding you to get out. Back to the top to Antyr. The device is still like spewing out the flames, like these blue like fire tornadoes that are raging through the city, and you can hear screaming and things as these tornadoes are just kind of cooking the city, but also avoiding the people who are. Some people are in the stands still watching, and they're avoiding the flames because like, oh no, this is pretty cool. It's fine. Some people just don't give a fuck. They're just like, hey, we're fine. We haven't been hurt yet.
We're good. This is a good show.
You see one guy eating popcorn, like he thinks he's like, this is great, and he just engulfs in flames, and the popcorn he's eating pops even more. Just
popcorn.
All the leftover kernels.
And then you can hear like the popcorn machine in the distance just get caught by fire, and just an explosion and popcorn rains into the arena. Just
Antyr is going to hop down here, and as they do, the astral cord is wrapped taut around the wrist, and they kind of give it a crack as they oh no, it wouldn't be the astral cord, I'm sorry. They would grab the spherical moon-shaped diamond, and they would catch it, and they do that fun thing where they roll it through their hands, which I can't do personally.
Yeah.
And as they grab hold of
Me
it,
neither.
they thrust this magical energy through it, casting Prismatic Moon, Quickening Spell it.
okay, roll a d20.
Oh fuck, that's right.
Yeah,
I always get excited and then I forget
know.
that that's
Don't
a
worry.
thing.
It's-
Another fucking 5.
we're almost done with the wild magic bullshit. Roll a d100.
A fucking 9. I don't think that's good.
Oh no! I thought it was an 8. I got excited. You cast you cast this spell.
Uh-huh.
So you also cast magic missile at 5th level at the same time. So it's
Okay, can I do something? Because I had a plan.
yeah.
Because these all 3 happen. Okay, so as the prismatic moon gets shot forward,
This fight
Start-
sucks.
start-
This thing this stinks.
that's 17 to hit for the prismatic
Yeah.
moon.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the ray of, and I will do for the prismatic moon, I will do lightning damage. Because does
Sure.
Hopper still have the witch bolt attached? Yeah, I'm gonna channel a bit of lightning, and then as that, it's almost like these sparks of magic missiles, the starlight appear and race toward it. At the very same motion, Antyr brings the astral cord and cracks it, and for an action, they're gonna cast Hoarfrost Beam,
Okay.
which is a cantrip.
Okay.
Okay, so a little bit of everything, a little bit of spice.
And then magic missile is a 5th level spell.
Okay, that is 30 lightning damage.
So
Let me roll my magic missiles. Not great. It's oh god. At 5th level, you get
you know.
8?
you get 7.
7.
Yeah. So 7 times 2 is 14 plus 14 force damage, and then I'm gonna roll my Hoarfrost Beam to see what I do with that.
Yep.
Another 17 to hit
Great.
for that.
Yeah, that hits.
For 10 frost damage. So a total of 57 damage. Lightning, force, and cold.
Okay. Torger. This creature has been brought into the arena as a trap for you to potentially add you to the web mind, as the others have said. It seems the Infinite Web has underestimated you and your friends, or has underestimated you and the people you travel with. How do all of you collectively take this thing down, starting with Torger?
I'm gonna set myself up for success in just a moment. What I'm going to do is, knowing that I'm going to first I'm gonna shadow step
Yep.
underneath it.
Okay.
And get right behind the base of the neck here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get under it, like under its jaw.
Perfect.
Right under, in the soft part underneath the chin.
Yep.
And then I'm going to drop concentration on
Okay.
darkness,
Sure.
so everyone can see, and leave the floor open for others to take their steps first.
Perfect. Grin, you're next closest. How do you contribute to the slaying of this thing?
Yeah. Grin's gonna just take out their bow, shoot the eyes.
Okay.
Even though they aren't doing anything.
Alrighty. Yeah, you just pierce these massive, like, human-sized eyeballs. Just. Vonkar will just continue with his big side, just pummeling, rip off one of the legs, and start beating it with one of its own legs. Antyr, what about you?
Yeah, Antyr just did
yeah, that's
the
right.
trifecta. It's like, so I imagine Antyr begins like almost glowing a bit. All that fucking weave that he kept on getting cut off, it was like a slow buildup of magical energy that he is just releasing, pulling from the wild magic, which should be a bit wild, but it's almost like that thread of fate plucked it just right to where he got the magic that would unleash a bit more.
Yeah.
And he just, from the, because Torger is like pushing the head up.
Waiting.
Oh, you're waiting. So
Underneath.
Antyr is going to, essentially the goal is, I'm gonna say, yeah, Antyr is gonna starlight step up here.
Sure.
And is going to aim for the back of the head to use the magical energy to push the head down, like forward
Perfect.
toward Torger.
Alrighty. Hopper.
Caleb, if you'll allow me to reorder a little bit for flavor, as Torger drops his concentration on darkness, Hopper spots him and Grin on top of this thing, and 2 arcs of lightning from the witch bolt arc onto them and zap away the webs that are grappling them so that they are free to move and do their things.
I love that.
Okay.
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you two would be able to do what you said you were going to do. Cool. And then, yeah, Torger, as it begins to, like, fall towards
With
you.
the globals on,
Yeah.
I cross my arms so it actually looks like a blender blade. And then
Nice.
spin up and drill my way through, grabbing its tongue as I'm going, and like keep spinning, and then slap it in the face with its own tongue, throwing it aside,
Perfect.
and just say,
And that's what happens when you fuck with the funky casuals, son.
As Menescoter, the entity that's been manipulating Duergar for centuries, collapses to the ground, dead. The device that's up kind of above the arena, the hum it emits grows to a deafening pitch before it explodes, just sending torrents of blue wildfire in all directions. Tornadoes of deep cerulean blue fire rush through the Colosseum and the surrounding city. Members of the Infinite Web are sucked up into these cyclones, screaming as they're quickly incinerated. The chaos of this blue wildfire seems to be only harming those aligned with the Infinite Web, allowing other people to flee untouched. In the distance, Torger, you feel your tattoos like burn with intensity as you see a beautiful drow woman begin to walk into the arena. The flames hitting her, but not seeming to hurt her whatsoever. Just you see a beautiful drow woman in like dark silks, like with like web-like patterns. The lower half of her body is a massive black widow spider. She looks queenly, she looks regal, she looks like she has a hint. Grin actually would sense this a little bit with your divine sense. Because, of course, divine sense would be able to sense something divine. Her form, Grin, radiates an aura of fallen divinity. as she enters the arena and approaches every single person with just her sheer size. She's far bigger than Menescoter. Torger, you would recognize this to be the Webmind. You've met her a few times before, also known as the Demon Queen of Spiders. And she just stands there looking down at you all. Anyone who would like, that is familiar with the world and its history. Grin can do this as well, based on stories Papa would have told him. So I can have Grin. Torger, you can do this too because this is all Underdark shit. So Grin, Torger, Vonkar, and Antyr. Everybody else kind of isn't really. Well, Vonkar can as well. Hopper, no.
Yeah.
Everybody else but Hopper
Figured.
can make history or religion checks. I'll say Torger has advantage, Vonkar has advantage, Grin, you also have advantage because Papa probably told you stories on this.
Would I give Antyr? No, never
No,
mind.
'cause
That's
you
I have
don't-
a big-ass
lucky, don't
character.
worry.
Because you don't really know what's going on.
I also wouldn't give Antyr the help out.
But yeah, you see this massive, beautiful Drowelin with the body of a massive Black Widow spider. Antyr, what'd you get?
I used a lucky feat, but I got a 23.
Perfect. Grin.
Highest I could get without being a natural 20, which is a 19.
Perfect. Torger.
12.
12. Okay.
12.
Torture might just not know.
You just don't know, unfortunately. However, Grin, you've heard stories by Papa. He spoke of a demon queen who tried to lure him into her service. Antyr, you've heard stories of the Demon Queen of Spiders, also known as Lolth. Torger, you only know her as the Webmind.
Is Torger about to stun his first spider god?
For Grin and Antyr, this is Lolth, the Queen of Spiders, a demon goddess. But she seems a little weaker. As everybody kind of knows, the gods were sequestered 6 years ago, thanks to the Faust and the Furious. So the gods can't really be in the mortal realm. So she looks like she's a little fallen in power. She doesn't look like as divinely connected as she once was, but she still radiates, Grin, an aura of fallen divinity. And she just approaches all of you, ignores basically everybody, but looks down at Torger, and she brings her face down to look eye level with Torger. Congratulations, 738.
Yeah.
Looks to everybody else. I think you could help me. You've proven yourselves well. It seems your little bouts in the arena have paid off, made you stronger. I think you would do well in my service, Torger. This is the first time anyone in the Infinite Web has regarded you by your actual birth name. I think you would do well in my service, don't you agree? And yeah, Grin.
Funky. I'm sorry.
And Grin, the stories Papa told you about her, very manipulative. Yeah, the demon god of spiders. She's a demon. Her lair is in the abyss, so she's all bad.
Grin's got a good hold on his sword right now.
Okay, and she's just looking at you, Torger.
The funky casuals don't serve nobody but the funky casuals. And if you want to come down and step on up, we squashed one spider today. We ain't afraid to squash another one. And that's what I'm saying.
As she's here talking, and this chaos is still raging around, a small little...
Just one guy in the corner.
Yeah, there's a guy still in the audience going, yeah, fuck yeah, woo!
This was so worth the ticket price.
As this chaos is unfolding, a little tendril of blue spark that's coming from the epicenter of the explosions where that device was kind of snakes its way down and opens up a small little portal, mint green radius, leading to the city of Myth Harbor, which is where you all swam down through the Emerald Ocean to get here. This portal's open, and even as soon as it opens, it's already beginning to close. It won't be open for long. And she's just looking at all of you. So be it. You are free to go.
Antyr's gonna jump into the air, and the air elemental's gonna, and like a battle suit, Antyr's just gonna kind of be in it, billowing, and is gonna use the air elemental as a conduit to fly into the portal.
Okay, Antyr through the portal.
Antyr's not staying around.
Antyr, as soon as you get through the portal, there is no portal back.
Can I make an insight check on this giant Strider lady?
On Lolth? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. To make see if she's telling the truth.
What's your modifier?
Yeah. +0.
Oh, don't roll.
Okay.
There's no way to read her.
Okay. I guess. I'm trying real hard, but then like can't get nothing off her, so I'm just gonna like
the portal continues to get smaller.
I'm gonna walk through the portal but not take my eyes off her, so I'm doing like Stalker from the Water Tribe.
Oh.
Yeah, through the portal.
Backwards flipping bird. Alright.
Well, not flipping the bird, I'm just doing lucky casual.
Okay, and you disappear, leaving Grin, Torger, Vonkar, and the Race of Ice Hollow, they're like, alright, and they all just start running through the portal. Leaving Torger, Grin, and Vonkar. She's still looking at Torger, not looking at anybody else. Told Torger, you're free to go then.
I'll go when I'm damn well and ready to go.
Portal gets a little smaller. You got about one round left before it fully closes.
Yeah, alright, I'll go in.
Okay.
I don't know why the other people were waiting, but
Yeah, why would is there a reason? Probably Vonkar would get to.
Oh yeah.
Decides to get in.
Yeah.
Because he can get.
Yeah. So it would just be Torger at this point. Your friends have left you. It's just us. Think of the gifts I could give you, little one.
You gave me nothing but heartache, and I'm coming back later to beat your ass. But back to you, mean Gene Okerlund. He just flies through the hole.
As you're flying through...
yeah, definitely double bird.
Pearl, as you're flying backwards through the portal, double birding, you tell her, oh, I'll be back to kick your ass. She's like, looking forward to it. And the portal closes, and once more, you're all standing in the harbor of Myth Harbor. The port of Myth Harbor, looking out at the emerald green ocean. That's where we can go to break. And we'll be back in 10 minutes to pick up from there and, you know, see what happens. So yeah, 10 minutes.
So far, it's not great.
Yeah, but Chris Pratt is one of the voices for sure.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
we know. We
I
already know. And it's just
forgot.
gonna sound like Chris Pratt. Keith David Renaissance this year.
That was all today.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I thought that y'all were going to be Bamfy out before us, so I apologize with the situation there. Yep. Antyr's going to walk over to Brace and take the dagger and hand it down. Here you go. Well, it's yours. I don't want it. It was like a trophy, and I don't think of it as a trophy anymore. Ugh. Start another fight. That's valid. Okay.
You know what? You have caught my interest. I shall join you.
Yeah, not only can we handle our drinks, we can drinks whole handles.
Guys, I'm. This has been a long day. I'm going to bed.
Well, we do.
Of course, Antyr would say that with that shit-eating grin.
I will join you with your drinking endeavors, and the beverages will be on me for you. Well, I can't invite you to a palace that's not mine. Sure. Do we have liquor there? I don't know if there's liquor in
Yeah,
this place.
but
Okay.
yeah, but we don't owe you for getting pulled into the abyss.
We have a tally
You-
running at this point of people to fight.
You have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
just gonna tell you, you gotta watch out for him because he turns into a big
Rock
thing.
thing, yes.
Big, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of frightening. All right. Poor thing.
Hey, we did it.
Oh, yes are the words. Oh my gosh.
We did it,
Are you
guys.
proud of yourself, Grin?
Yeah. I think Papa would be proud.
Hey, Sheckley, what does it smell like around here? What?
Shagley, what?
No, I asked, hey, Shackley, how does it smell around here?
Change
I
it
do
up.
not smell it.
Sure.
Is it the puppet boy?
Okay.
No,
Oh,
we
we
did
actually
not,
won.
Torger. I would
Wait,
hope
what?
that you are happy to see our presence again.
Wait, what? Were we supposed to come here to do something? Yes, you're right. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we need a good rest, a good long sleep. Good. Y- well, we will get a good long sleep after a little bit of debauchery, if you will.
Preferably not, but many
Well, Hopper's a
drinks.
prude, so.
Excuse you, I am very secure in my marriage
A
and my
prude.
own masculinity. I am doing my best to get to her. However, there has been a little thing called a planar divide getting in my way until recently, and since then I've been traveling all the way across the field.
Yeah.
The boy
I
asked,
don't
I
think. I
answered.
don't
What
think.
is so
Yeah,
bad about this?
I don't think they really cared. Is your wife nice?
Do you care?
I'm asking. Do you think I would ask if I didn't care?
The boy asked, and he did not care.
Who?
Bruger?
Asked me what?
He asked me and did not care.
Right, but that's a little puppet doll person. You know me a little bit better. If I didn't care, do you think I would actually ask?
Do I? Do I know you better?
To an extent.
We've had a bit of a rough patch recently.
Valid.
Yes,
It's fine.
I believe my wife is of the gentile persuasion.
They're a snake person.
No, she is of the gentile persuasion.
Like
She
you
is
said, the
nice.
Yanti persuasion. I was like,
No, gentil means nice in
you're still
Sylvan.
saying Yanti to me, but I
No.
get it. I'll believe you. I'll trust your Yanti wife is very nice.
No, she is like me. She looks like we are both arrogant. Look, there is only such a large gene pool in the Feywild of arrogance. Yeah, she may be my first coven twice removed, but this is fine. We did 23 and me, it is okay.
All right. We don't have a palace. We just live in one.
You could say the lady with the yellow eyes got us the palace.
And you all got stuck in a jail cell. Unfortunate. But you're out. That's good. Okay. All right. Enters Magistrates will reach over and start pouring a heavy pouring into tankers and cups.
Yeah, and if you want, I can give you 10 minutes of silence to gets to sleep, okay? Okay, Grin? That helps you gets to sleep.
Yeah, that sounds great. Ben's gonna use an action to get back a spell slot.
And Torger's gonna use is gonna, because I have at will casting of silence, so I'm gonna actually.
Fireball in the castle.
All right,
In
so
a room surrounded with alcohol.
Fireball.
Right. I'm gonna cast it. I'm gonna cast it on an object, and then Grin can have it, but I'll roll for it. The Grin can just have it in his hand. Yeah. So it's going to be just a little crowbar. A little crowbar. Cast silence. It seems apropos. Okay, that's 4. Drawing it now. 17. Beard of feathers. Beard of feathers.
Big bushy beard.
Oh.
Torger, your beard finally came in fully. How does it feel?
Yeah, you just see like a whole beard of feathers. You see like an off color, like a tan-ish blue of feathers that forms into like the handlebar and eventually blends into the way. Yeah, it feels real good. It's nice. Here's you go. I don't understand what these are, but this is good. This is nice. Here's you go. Oh wait, none of you can hear any of that. It's all silence anywhere near me. Everything is silent. So you give the crowbar to Grin.
He says thank you silently.
Yeah.
Drink up.
Who wants to do shots? Is there a way I could make Jello shots?
Antyr's just
I'm gonna find
do
a bottle of tequila or a bottle of vodka and just start pouring Jello shots and putting them in the fridge or in a fridge cold area.
And I'm gonna start trying to play like bouncing quarter games into a cup, like trying to play some target, like some dart throwing, because I have darts. We can play some darts and just some friendly
Like beer
competition,
pong.
like maybe drinking and playing like dead arm, where you punch someone in the shoulder and it hurts. Just dead
Does
arming
anyone have
people.
an oyster bowl set?
Oh wait, Antyr doesn't know what that is. Never mind.
Oh.
To keep the temperature down, the air elemental for the next like 30 minutes is gonna like blow the air around so that people there's no like people don't get overheated.
Yeah,
Nice.
when you're really going after it, you get sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, there's a part of him that wants to check in on Arthur, but yeah, yeah. I think about it, and I know where his room is, so I'll probably just do a peek. Cool. Just check in on him, make sure nothing's squirrely. I'll knock, but he won't be able to hear it knock because I've got the silence. So I'll just creak it. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Cool. So he's fine. That's good. Um, cool. If his back is turned, he's gonna go closer and read it. 22. Yeah. Yeah. Quietly. Yeah. I'm going to quietly leave. Shut the door. And shuts the door. And then go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Oh, and I can't get drunk either. That's fine.
I think I just try to convince them. Once I realize I'm not getting drunk, I try to start a drinking competition.
And I have advantage on poison conditions, so
Nice.
we can all drink our faces off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Shaggy, what do you think of us, the funky casuals? That's what I thought. You've got quite the mind on you, Shaggy. I'm like sloshing around a glass of wine.
Gross.
Poop. Fish it out, hand it back over to him. Thank you. Am I that obvious, Shaggy? Yeah. Is it that obvious? Well, I am turning in for the night. Are you two going to stay up a little longer?
Oh, probably.
Don't forget we have an early morning with the storyteller.
I don't need as much sleep as you do. But thank you.
That was more for Torger. It
Of
looks
course it
like he's
was.
already half asleep.
No, I'm good. I could drink as much as you guys. They're
Torger?
not, and I am not.
So why do you open your eyes the more tired you're going to get? I thought that would get him to fall asleep.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I was just going to ask a couple questions at Antyr.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah. Okay, have a nice
Good night.
Do you needs 10 minutes to get to sleep?
No, I think I will be okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Torger a pat on the back as I leave the room.
wants to admit some things to you. You've beaten me a couple times, and I've got the tattoos to prove it. So
Right.
I do think you're smart.
Right.
If you tell anybody, I'll challenge you to another fight.
If I tell anybody what?
That I said you smart.
Oh.
But I wants to ask you if you could do me a favor.
Sure.
Could you look up any magic that could help me kill the web mind?
Hmm. I definitely can attempt that, but yes, I can do that for you.
Okay. I'm going to go to bed, cause
All right.
every time I drink something, my mouth gets more dry.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right. Have a good night. And he casts silence on a glass of water. He goes to bed. Sips a glass of water.
Antyr, yeah. Right. Antyr's gonna go into their room. They're gonna take their alchemist supplies. Antyr is, I don't know if this is possible, but Antyr wants to attempt to, uh, using the uh, some crushed up fey bones, some ground up fey bones, using some extractions, like almost melting down Grin's old head. And Antyr is going to spend, because Antyr only needs 4 hours to meditate. So Antyr's going to spend like a good bit of the rest of the evening. I would like to attempt to create a potion of diminution, like the reduce. Try to brew that for just like to brew that. Okay, I am proficient in that. Okay, what do I get like an ability check for that? Okay, so that's a +7. So I'm gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll an Arcana because it's the same. It's baseline. Yeah, I have a +7 in that. Uh, rolled really well. 23. Okay.
Just arms and legs everywhere. All elbows and knees. Papa? This is like right on the edge of sleep, so he just starts talking about what happened during the day out loud. He doesn't open his eyes. He just keeps his eyes closed and then he just says, "I'll miss you." Yeah. Yeah. He's just gonna take it as like the beginnings of a good dream.
Cool.
Ah. He goes and unwraps it. Oh. And opens the box. He just keeps going. Now he can't stop. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Is there just a bunch of leavings? Like yeah, it's like under an owl's nest around here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ah, what is this? Takes it, looks at it closer, sees if there's anything like interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll do this. I'll do a divine sense. Boom. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I mean, Grin knows that Papa's probably gone, still petrified, but something in him is just like 100% into this, so he'll uh hang on to it tightly and kind of see what will come of that.
Spell slots around. All right.
Those guys weren't so bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does.
Still, um, what are we doing now? I mean, I know that he was. I forgot what this guy's name was. But he said he was
Storyteller.
gonna. Yeah, storyteller was gonna take us somewhere, and then you were like, "Sorry, bro, we gotta bounce."
To Midsummer.
Right. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Hopper, you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be,
I will
considering
keep
I'm
my mouth
technically a
shut.
traitor.
Yeah.
That would be appreciated, Antyr. It is a delicate situation already.
Well. Okay. I don't think she can be trusted, to be honest.
Yeah. She didn't
Be an
bad vibes.
unreliable narrator.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah.
It isn't the worst thing I've had on the road.
I got more coming. I got this leg from that big man scooter.
Oh, do not cook the man a scooter leg.
Human head. It's true.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, probably. It's probably
Yum.
As it were, for like what would be equivalent to a Wynocton feast would probably be when they got one, that would be their roast beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not
Just a leg.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yum.
Is anyone else like a bunch of spiders are touching them right now? I'm fine. It's
No, I think it's just
Absolutely no.
you.
Cool.
You got ism?
Yeah, eggs.
Grin's still holding that rope.
Grin, what do you have there?
That was a gift from Papa.
Your papa is alive or back?
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. But this is from him.
You know that for sure.
Nah.
Do you want one of us to check it to see if it is cursed?
Sure. Do I have to let go of it?
Well, all I need to do is touch it.
Alright.
So you can hold on to it while
He doesn't let go of it, but lets them do their thing.
I'm gonna cast Identify on it as a ritual.
Yep.
Yeah. 19.
Nice. Rose.
Did you know this was going to happen, Grin?
No. No.
Well, it seems your rope is a very powerful magic item. I can't get anything more than that. Too powerful for me to identify anyway.
Well, that sounds nice.
While I'm casting it. Fuck. Okay. Does all of the whipped cream like disappear with the pie tin? Give me 30 minutes to bathe and then I'll be okay to see the storyteller. Like once they stop being summoned.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hummingbird slash.
got his signature all over it. Yeah, get all the whipped cream out of my fur. Oh, no. No, I'm gonna be sticky all day. Very.
Did you not even
very angry about
wash?
it.
Did you not wash?
I scrubbed for 30 minutes. Nothing. Don't say a word. No. No.
That's a pretty good
Not a word.
routine.
No. That is not an option.
No, I didn't take that. I didn't trade that one out.
Here, it'll feel.
I really did not. I took shape water.
Here, it'll feel. It won't feel any different, Hopper, but minor illusion to just make it not there. Or actually, instead he essentially gives them smiley faces, the little clumps of cream. They're just like
Amazing.
smiling now.
Thinking about it, I'm feeling like we're not going to be in too terrible of danger. Potentially, Antyr is going to cast Sending. So roll my d20. 18. I'm going to focus on Druk. Apologies for the short end. We don't know who or how precisely. We can explain more. Meet us at the. I don't want it. I don't know why I can't remember this damn fucking thing.
The tree thing.
The everlasting arbor in Drake Ward. I had that one. Drake Ward is my 25th.
You don't hear anything. You don't hear a darn thing. It's eerily silent.
I think Druk's dead.
You gather that you got the message, but
Right. It delivered. Okay.
yeah.
I think they're maybe just mad at us. I don't know, but maybe they'll meet us there. We just need. I feel like we need all the support we can get to this place. So anyway, to
Storyteller?
the storyteller. Yes.
We will have many stories for you upon our return.
Oh.
But
All
what
right.
about your marketing and your bubble heads and our commission? It is
As he's talking, he's a little guy, right? So then Torger walks up, gets nose to nose to him, big eyes. Do you want a tattoo?
Very good at it.
Oh, I was going to make it real small. You could put it wherever you want. Just 3 letters. Okay.
No, I thought it was fun. They're fun guys.
Where did you get that?
I've gotten quite the upgrade from Antigothal's place, so enjoy your time here.
Yeah.
I think she'd prefer to keep herself out of the histories. There you go then. Leave it at
That's
that.
the best place to be. Yep.
Au revoir.
Grin will
Hopper.
receive.
Hopper will let him hug him.
Same. Andrew doesn't hug back. It's just kind of like a, all right.
Give him a quick hug and then maybe a little bit of little dap.
All right.
What did you go that, guys?
Let's hope he falls into the 6%.
Yeah.
Ooh. 3 more percent, y'all, and we'll be at our goal. We'll be at the base of what we started. All right, head off to the storyteller. Quite.
Yeah.
Did you know that we were going to find that information down there? Mm. With a lot of legs and a lot of webs, I imagine. I don't know. But we are ready to go to... Yeah. Is there... Oh, before you do this, storyteller, is there a way that you can tell a story that hides a bit of the truth about me? I would like to give Hopper a fighting chance, and if that means shielding, that makes sense? Either way,
There's
Hopper.
a moment of hesitation in Hopper's body language where it's been 6 years since he's been home, but he's also afraid of how much could change and has changed in those 6 years. And that's just on the material plane. He doesn't know how much has changed here and back home. So he almost freezes in place before hearing Antyr's voice behind him. And he takes a deep breath and he strides through the gateway.
Yep, Grin's going. Boom, right behind Hopper.
Yep.
And yeah, yep, me too.
Take up be the last person.
Hello to you too.
Ta-ta-ta.
Hmm.
Yes, we bargained about an alliance, but how did she know? Of course.
Yeah, do we believe him?
That's valid, yeah.
I trust him.
Not-
Why would I not trust him? He seems startled.
8.
Grin got a nat 1.
Beautiful.
Torger got a 14.
Can't trust it.
Oh. Uh, uh, Last I heard, I was labeled as a traitor.
This kind of change with the seasons.
That is the summer courts. What was this? What was this knight's name? Uh, Pardon, Sir Terrace. How is my family, my wife and children?
Witness protection program.
And it's a program.
Merci. Lead the way.
Whoa.
Ah!
Yeah,
Oh, but still.
it's
So, like,
breaching the
Torger
clouds.
could fly up and touch it.
Sorry, I just I just imagined it as like, you know, the world is an egg and the and the moon is a sperm.
Oh my gosh. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's move quickly if we can. Gladly.
Hang on.
Ah. Oh wow.
Yeah, I think instead of riding like in the carriage, like the seating area with the rest of the party, Hopper like takes a spot on the side with the other Green Guard. Oh, Hopper just goes into an immediate ceremonial bow before her.
Woo!
I.
All right, so boss battle next week. Let's go. All
A
right.
boss
Ow!
battle.
We're just drawing swords and going to town, right? Like that's the
We
plan.
fight all the big scaries lately.
Yeah. The guards down. Let's go, guys. Now it's time.
This is the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hopper.
Ah,
Yeah.
This has all been one big intervention.